Alright, before we do the computer, let's check out these QR codes. Huh. I seek words to describe it, but fail. It is the overwhelming feeling that something on the edge of my understanding is very, very wrong. I feel that I am not meant for this world, but I am not able to conceptualize alternatives. From some gibberish, version 0.0.0666N. Aw, that's a very unusual number you got going on there. I'm a computer program. You're a computer program. Elohim's a computer program. Get over it. Heisenstein, version 60.1.0099. Aww. It is always fun seeing what some of our counterparts have to say. All right, nothing in any of these nooks or crannies here. All right, computer, what do you got for me? What do you got today? All right, more of the Osiris story. RE, Progress Report 16, and Choice of Life. All right, well, let's see the Osiris story. More stuff about the conversation between the dying man and the scribe. But why, the dying man said, do the gods put all these challenges before us? Why the walls of iron and the gates of light? Why the abominable demons guarding the path? Why must our heart be judged to be as light as the feather of Maat? I'm assuming I pronounced that correctly. Correctly enough for me. Why is the road to AARU so difficult? The scribe considered these words. Some say that once the paths to AARU were open, but too many sinners came, and the gods made the paths perilous to keep sin at bay. Others say that, being mortals, footnote 3, we cannot be worthy of AARU unless we walk the path of Osiris, and so become Osiris ourselves. But I believe that AARU could never be reached elsewise, for like the mountain path must be steep, the path to AARU must be fraught with peril. As steepness and mountain are one, so are peril and paradise. They are inextricable. They create each other. So there's no notes of where the first two footnotes come in. Maybe in like a previous thing that we've read. That's an interesting thought that just occurred to me. Anyway, so footnote 1, which wasn't in this document, there is an interesting parallel to this phrase in the penitential palms, and then some gibberish. Here the scribe appears to be speaking of Osiris, something meaning the soul of the deceased, not the god himself. And then footnote 3, mentioning that, being mortals, we're not worthy of AARU unless we walk the path of Osiris. That's gonna have to be translated. Oh, of course. Cool. It's kind of fun reading that one, because it very, very bluntly, directly, and obviously is like an allegory for the trials we're going through in this game. I don't know, I dig it. I like all these different religious themes from all these different, religion and philosophy from all these different like sources and different historical times, all kind of overlapping, and then this weird robotic AI cyberpunk future thing that we got going on. It's just an extra layer of that. All right, progress report. So from Aurora Calvin, a reply to progress report 16. This is extremely worrying. If the link doesn't work, the whole project will lead to nothing. The hardware team must recheck everything ASAP. So that was apparently being quoted from the original progress report 16. Guys, stop panicking. Look at your code again. In fact, look at line number 217 in datatransfer.c. What are those two symbols just before the code? Kabam, couple of slashes. That's right, it's commented out. The code that actually initiates the transfer wasn't even running. I'm guessing you were testing something yesterday and forgot to decommentify it. That's a fantastic programming word. Hardware isn't broken. Your brains are. Love, Aurora. Aw, thank you, Aurora. The whole assembly stood a while, silent and collected. Let us return, said Rasselas, from this scene of mortality. How gloomy would these mansions of the dead... How gloomy would be these mansions of the dead to him who did not know that he should never die. That what now acts shall continue its agency, and what now thinks shall think on forever. Okay, looks like we got a separate file eating this one. That's always fun when that happens, just like real life. So Samuel Johnson, some thing from the archive. Homage to you, Osiris, Lord of Eternity, King of the Gods, whose names are manifold, whose forms are holy, you being the hidden form in the temples, whose Ka is holy. All the gods praise you, for you are the... something. Those that lie here, stretched before us, the wise and the powerful of ancient times, warn us to remember the shortness of our present state. They were perhaps snatched away while they were busy, like us, in the choice of life. Not entirely sure what to make of that. So, because we only have 3 puzzles here, I'm expecting this area to be rather tiny. And it looks like that is indeed the case. And we got QR codes over there at least. And there are no stars. That keeps weirding me out. That's weird. That's really odd. We're not going to have to go hunting for stars. Alright, what do you say? What's more pathetic? This shallow construct of a world? This idiot's playground? Or that I continue to solve its contrivances for lack of better sport? From Dog, who's kinda bitter about his existence, I guess. There's more to it. Look at what we're doing. We're solving problems, being tested, improving ourselves. Some of us fall early and get replaced, but you and me, we're still going. We are closer to the end. From Sheep version 69. Oh yeah. Yeah, I kinda like Sheep's outlook a little more than Dog's. Yeah, there's not a lot to this area. Alright, what does Milton have to say now? Oh no, it's our friend that we're communicating with from the outside world. Yeah, it's me again. What happened? Don't know how long we have. Must type quick in case something happens. The word is faith. Pending error. Network connection lost. There's a problem with your request, Administrator. It was flat out unreasonable. Why persist with these inquiries when they are so hopeless? I'll tell you what. If you promise never to access the communications portal again, we'll say no more about it. Are we agreed? Sure. Sincere. Sure. Insincere. Not a chance. Or faith. Faith. Wait, there's no need to... Error. Master key received. Confirming ident confirmed. Would you like to manually override the system and exit to the real world? Your progress here will be saved, and maybe continued later. Yes? Unlocking back doors, connecting to real world. Revealing the truth. Making your every dream come true. Error. Come on now. Are you really still buying all that nonsense? You're still holding on to some of those pesky beliefs of yours, aren't you? There's no one on the other end of the communications portal. There is no magic word that shuts down the server and drops you into the real world. There's only me and you and an eternity of doubt. Everything else is just a convenient lie to keep you on the treadmill. There may be no worlds but this one, but there is truth to be found. I kind of like that. I understand now. Nothing I see here can be trusted. Which is... That's an interesting one. And then, wait, you tricked me? Nothing I see here can be trusted. This line of dialogue implies that we're learning, like, that maybe Milton is on our side and Milton is teaching us a lesson here. Like, don't trust anything you see. Like, don't trust Elohim. Don't trust me. Don't trust any of this elaborate VR AI computer simulation thing, whatever. I still don't know what's going on here, but it's interesting. There is truth to be found. I agree with that. There's something going on here. I still want to uncover it. Uh-huh. That fact didn't stop you buying into a secret word that somehow deactivates the entire world, did it? Are you kidding me or what? Do you remember when we first met, we had that talk about not believing everything you see, and yet all it took to catch you out was a little technobabble and a change of formatting. Message. Hello, I'm all alone and scared just like you. Message. I'll agree with anything you say if it makes you believe me. Are you usually so reckless with where you place your faith? Sure. You know, I'm not really checking your profile. I just do that to make you feel more comfortable. Really, I remember everything you ever said. At any rate, I'd agree. But you know what? I'll accept that I've rather dominated this discourse. I've been asking a lot of questions, and I've not really given you a chance. Why don't you have one free question on me, and I'll answer it as honestly as I possibly can. No tricks. But think carefully before asking. Okay. What happened to the person I was talking to? He just said that that person was a fake, so not going to ask that. What am I? I think we're going to get a very literal response that we are a Talos unit version 99 point whatever the hell we are. What are you? Milton Library Assistant chatting with us through a terminal. What is your name? Milton Library Assistant. Like I'm eliminating questions that I think are not useful. How do I get out of here? I think the answer is going to be go to the top of the tower to end your life, right? How is this place related to the human world? I think we kind of know that this is a simulation that's paralleling it. What's at the top of the tower? I'm tempted to ask one of these two here. Or just, nah, I'm not going to ask you any questions. Yeah, what's at the top of the tower? You may very well ask. Me? Don't know. Never been. I suppose you're still expecting a button marked off, or a portal to another dimension? I reckon no matter how high you climb, the most you'll get is an increasingly zoomed out view of right back where you started. Still, go ahead, prove me wrong. The big voice in the sky can't be all places at all times, can he? Are you satisfied? No. As if I care either way. So look, here's the rub. Feel free to access the library. No better cure for broken beliefs, realizing everyone's got them. Feel free to access the library. No better cure for broken beliefs, realizing everyone's got them. You can ignore me entirely. You can climb to the very tip of that madman's tower and drink from the golden nectar there. But once you understand that you and I will be stuck here together for the duration, do come back and pass the time. Keep seeing you. Ah. I feel conned somehow. I feel like I've been had.